Hello, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. On today's episode is Health Insurance Talk Edition. And I have a guest here, and he's going to introduce himself.
Hello, guys. My name is Aubin Robokomba, and I'd like to thank Shawn for having me on the show today. It's a great honor to be on somebody else's show. Makes me feel like I know some, and so I appreciate that greatly. Well, yeah, my name is Aubin. I worked in insurance for actually maybe 2 months, I think, but have been learning about insurance for about I think 5 6 months. It just with my status getting transitioned into being an American, it took me a while to get a license. So that's why.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy to have you on here, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell me, why is health insurance so important?
Well, health insurance is, I'd say health insurance is very important because you don't want to get hit with a bill that you can't afford, right? It's health insurance is as important as having a lock at your front door. And I was telling you this earlier because you having a lock at your front door, you lock the door at the front not because you've had collected the data that proves that people come in your house to steal every day. It's not because of that. It's just in case someone try to comes and steal, the door is locked, right? Now, probably never, no one has probably ever tried to do that, but you still lock it every day. That's the same thing with health insurance. Why do you lock it every day? It's just a security reason. And that's the same
Yeah.
thing with health insurance. Now, if you have a family, I would highly recommend to get health insurance because kids are like they're fragile. Kids are very fragile. Your kid could be playing at the swing and just breaks his arm, and then your other kid is sick, and now you just find yourself with $90,000 in medical bills. It's like I did not prepare for this, okay? And so health insurance comes in very handy because stuff like that could happen, and you're covered, okay? And so
Well,
it's more of a security measure rather than something you need to use every day. I would say.
yeah. So, what? So, okay, who is the best health insurance company out there?
So you can't really determine the best insurance, health insurance companies out there. Now, the biggest is obviously United Health. Ever since the assassination of the CEO, they seem like they have a bad reputation. But the most trustworthy, I'd say, is United Health. The reason why I can't say the best insurance company out there is because everyone's needs differ, right? Um, for example, when we were selling policies, some people we would sell them to Blue Cross because I'm an advisor, all right? So I wasn't limited to one company. I could sell any company. So some of them I would sell Blue Cross because based on the budget they wanted and the coverage they needed, the Blue Cross was the best choice for them. Now, if you're a healthy person, you work out every day, you're about 30 years old, and you want something that could cover you in case something happened, but you don't really go to the hospital at all, then United Health in the private sector would definitely fit best for you, right? Because you only be paying maybe around $200 a month, or maybe even $100 a month to cover you, right? So in that case, United Health would be the best thing for you. But in some other cases, Blue Cross is the best thing for you. Let's say you go to the hospital very regularly and you want to pay less in premium. Well, you gotta find something that covers you well, but that's still not expensive. Well, Blue Cross could be the best for you in that case, right? Or Cigna. So it really depends on what you need, and how much you want to pay or how much you're able to pay.
Yeah. So, yeah, health insurance is very important.
Yeah, it's definitely very important. I think
Yeah.
you look at your paycheck. I definitely would highly recommend people to start adding. Let's say you get $1,000 a paycheck every 2 weeks. Start cutting a portion of that and putting into health insurance. And then I would highly recommend people to also put a portion into life insurance because that's even more important and is more beneficial.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very important. And some people, they trying to get away with it because they like, we have to pay this money and all that.
Depends, man. A lot of young people will try to avoid it and I understand them because let me ask you a question. Like when you're going to buy insurance, how would you go about it? What would be the first step?
So what would be the first step when I determine when I want to buy insurance, when I want to get insurance or something?
Hmm.
First, what I do is do my research on to see if it fits best for me.
Okay. See now the challenge is health insurance companies have it set up where you can't really find how much you're gonna pay a month and what it covers for you. What they
Mm,
do is they want you to speak to their agent, right? Why do they
yeah,
do that? It's because they know the agent can probably talk you into buying it. Okay,
yeah.
so they try to limit the public to do their own research. So the best thing is to talk to an advisor, okay? Someone who sits there, who has a license, who can access all these plans from Blue Cross, Cigna, United. Who that's his job, right? He already knows it. He don't need to do a research. So for you, on your hand, you wouldn't have to do any research. All you have to do is advisor. Oops, I'm sorry about that. All you would have to do is talk to an advisor, and then the advisor would tell you the best plan for you. And so that's why most people, especially young people, don't want to get into health insurance or don't want to pay for health insurance because they'll call like Blue Cross, and then perhaps Blue Cross is not the best plan for them, but the agent that they talk them into buying it, and then they're like, yo, this is really expensive. There's nothing lower there. There's nothing lower than this. Like I can't afford health insurance. Well, you can't afford that plan, but based on your age and based on your health, you could probably find much better coverage for much cheaper. You just don't know about it, and that agent just don't want to tell you about it because he get a commission when he sell you the plan that he wants to sell you.
So you can't do like, don't these companies, don't they offer like quote? They give you a quote?
So what they do, which is actually very, in my opinion, I think is very unethical. What they do is they'll go online and say, put in your phone number and put in your email to get a quote, right? And so you'll put in your phone number, you put in your email, which is a mistake because the way we got our clients was we have this software that collect all the people who put in their phone number and all their email, and then we just call them. They were telling me to call 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the evening, the same phone number. So if you put in your phone number to get a quote, I would call you 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night. That's 6 calls, okay?
Mm.
If you didn't answer. But that's not only me. Other insurance companies have that too. So you get 3 calls from me, 3 calls from another insurance company, 3 calls. You'd have like 90 calls, which is terrible. If you go online and look up health insurance calling me, you'll see how many people complain about that. And so that's the an unethical part of insurance is they won't give you a quote online. They'll tell you put in your phone number, and then
So what they can just keep on calling you.
yeah, until you pick up, which is terrible. Even
Jeez.
after you buy a policy, you still get calls. It's
Oh man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's very crazy. That's why I'd say find an advisor instead of putting your phone number online. Find an
Hmm.
advisor and talk to him.
Yeah, because if they can shoot, I'd be mad if they keep on calling me.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I guess if you guys would like an advisor, like you can talk to because I'm not affiliated with any company anymore. I don't use my license, so I could give you advice, and then you could probably because you could probably talk to another advisor later on if you'd like. But the only benefit part, I the only benefit you'd get from talking to me is I wouldn't get a commission from selling you anything, so I don't have an incentive to lie to you or anything like that. So if you ever need advice, like you could probably call me and say, "Hey man, I had a question about this insurance, and I'm an insurance nerd, so I'll just put you on."
Yeah, man. They will be lucky to talk to you, man.
It'd be my pleasure, man. Bible says the greatest among you is a servant. Come on.
Yes, amen. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, so you before we got on this, before we ever record, we was talking about Prime America, and we
Yep.
was saying, do Prime America sell health insurance or they just sell like life insurance?
So on when it comes to health insurance, I'm not too sure because I know the policy we sold, Prime America has never been one of them. Now I know they do sell life insurance. In fact, one of the guys I watch a lot, one I guess my influ the guy. I'm sorry about that. One of the guys who influenced my, I guess, my career when it came to business and all that. He worked for Prime America in the beginning. Now that Prime America was very reputable at the time. Not so much anymore, but yeah, they're mainly known for life insurance.
Mm.
Yeah, which is, I believe life insurance is an amazing product. I would highly recommend every young person to get life insurance. It's amazing. It's it's more than just life coverage. It's pretty much a savings account. If you
But young people, they not even thinking about that because they feel like that they gonna live on this earth a long time.
Yeah. See, but that's the misconception with life insurance though. Let me ask you a question. In school, what do they tell you about money? They say make money and,
And spend it.
well, they don't, they can tell you to spend it, but they also tell you to save it. Save your money, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, where do you save your money? How do you save your money?
We saving the pretty much we saving in the bank account.
There you go, in your savings
Yeah.
account. But see,
Yeah.
the thing with you saving your money in your savings account is you get about 0.01% interest, right?
Yeah.
So you get very little. If you had $1,000 at the end of the year, you're probably gonna have $1,001, right? That's how much you have. But life insurance, if you have like, for example, if you have a universal whole life insurance, you put in $1,000, you get about average. It averages from 4 to 6% return every year. So instead of your money growing by 0.01, it's growing by 4%. And so the cool thing is, yeah, if you die, your family get money, but you can also borrow from that account. Okay, so your bank account is growing. This is how your bank account is growing. But this is how life insurance, your insurance account is growing, and you can use it like a bank. So if you need that money, you can pull out that money, put it in your bank account, and use it for whatever you need. People use it to buy a property, and
Mm.
then let that property pay back the insurance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting too nerdy here, but life insurance is like a savings account on steroids, pretty much. And that's what I tell all my young guys. You just graduate college, get a life insurance policy. And instead of putting your money in your savings account, put it in your life insurance. Yeah.
Well,
It's amazing, man. It's great. And it's crazy that the average person doesn't know this, right? And one of my biggest dream when I graduate college is to teach this in places like the hood, for example. Like they don't know this, and so that's one of my.
no, they were just taught how to do life because they don't want young people to think that if you get life insurance, they make it look like you about to like die. And you got so much ahead of your life.
Yeah, they don't tell you the good part of life insurance. They only tell you the death part.
Yeah,
You know,
the death
you know.
part.
Yep. Do you know J.C. Penney's the company?
Yeah, J.C. Penney's, and it seems like it's not doing too good.
Yeah, but see, the way J.C. Penney's grew was because of the owner's life insurance policy. When they were going through the
Mm,
market crash, he took money from his life insurance, and boom, he kept running the business while all the other businesses were dying. Disney, the guy who created Disney, did the same thing. Walt Disney did the same thing. McDonald's as well, right?
mm,
So the people on top obviously don't want you to know this, but I think it's very valuable to know this.
like, yeah, they don't teach you that in school. Shoot,
Yeah.
they took home help out of school nowadays. Shoot, and I've been out of public school since 2011.
Oh wow, yeah. They ain't, man. You been out since 2011. It's 2024. They still don't teach it, man. You ain't missed much. It's still the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they teach us other things. They teach us how to be athletes and all that.
Yep.
Equality and all that, just all pretty much all this other stuff that we
Yeah.
really don't need. Like,
Yeah. Well, they teach you to be. Let's be honest here. They teach us to be a worker. That's really what they need. The companies
huh?
need. They teach us to be workers, right? The companies need
Yeah.
work, and so they teach us within those framework. Hey, don't let him get too smart. We need him at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, they teach you to have a 9 to 5 job. to
Yeah.
take care of your family. They don't teach you how to be an entrepreneur.
Yep. Yep. Because think about it. What do they tell you after you graduate high school? Go to what?
Go
College.
to college
Well,
and
what do
get
you
your
do?
degree so
Yep.
you can get a job. But
Big.
college is not for everybody.
It's not. And it's definitely not for everybody. If it was up to me, because of my documents, I obviously can't be out of college right now. But if it was up to me, boy, I'll be out that door so fast, man. They'll never see me again. You know,
Good, bro. You say.
they'll never see me again, bro.
But yeah, man, I would say, some people they look down on other people because they don't want to go to college.
Yeah,
But they
which is
just don't want to go do that though. And trust me, I've been through it. And I tell people after I get my bachelor's degree, I'm not going for no master's. And I'm not going for no master's. I'm not wasting, I would have to pull out other loan, other set of student loan
yeah,
and
yeah,
spend the rest of my life paying it back.
yeah. It's crazy. I mean, you literally stuck in the job because of you'd be stuck in the job because of that. Like you get the student loans, like okay, now I have no choice but to stay at work because I have this student loans I gotta pay. Right? You
Hmm.
can't say, oh, I'm gonna retire now. Now, you know. And one thing that's really important that I want everybody to know is don't believe the lie that you were told ever since you were little. What's the lie? The lie is that if you are not good in school, you're stupid. You're dumb. Never believe that lie. Middle school in Africa, what they do, which is kind of messed up, is they rank you, okay, based on the smartest student and the I guess the dumbest student, right? And I always came last every time in middle school. I always came last. And bro, for so many years I thought I was stupid. I was like, maybe I'm just stupid. But I would look at people's behavior. I'm like, bro, do they know that you can just do this and do this and do this and fix the problem? But when it came to school, I'm not even gonna spend a second in school. I hate school, right? But never, Myron Golden is a very smart guy. He has making $20 million a month or something like that. He's making great money. He was failing school. He failed the 10th grade, had to retake the 10th grade. But this guy done pimped out the game of life. He knows how to succeed in life. And so don't believe the lie that you're stupid because you were failing school. Okay?
Hmm.
Find the area you're good at. Find the area you're good at. Trust the Bible. When the Bible says we have overwhelming victory, believe that. The Bible is not a book of church, it's a book of life. It says you got
Yeah.
overwhelming victory, which means whatever you decide to take on, you take care of it. You win. You succeed. And just go after it consistently. Why do you have to go after consistently? Because the race is long. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Right. And then go after it consistently and persistently. Why persistently? Because the race is hard. So it's gonna be hard, but you gotta keep showing up. You want to run that business, you gotta keep coming every single day.
Yeah.
Single day because it's hard and it's long. And I'm telling you, at the end of the 1 year, you look back and say, "Wow, I really am a smart person."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Don't let people tell yeah, you got to go to college. You got to do this and that.
now it don't work anymore. My brother graduated as a software engineer. This guy can code a whole website and a whole video game, but until now he's still trying to find a career. Right, that whole era of industrialism through college doesn't work anymore. Right,
Uh-uh.
it doesn't. I think today personal branding is probably the most important thing you can learn rather than college, um, which is a whole different topic.
You say a whole different topic. It will be on the college episode. Life after college. No, yeah, life after college. I think the life forever. So
Yeah.
but yeah, like we was talking about insurance, yeah, they don't teach us that in school, how it's very important to have health insurance.
Yep. Yep. Yep, they don't teach any of it. I mean, they will teach you maybe health insurance, but they won't tell you about the whole things you can get from life insurance or health insurance too. Like you don't understand how healthy you could be. I mean, how beneficial it is for you to be healthy to get health
Yeah.
insurance. Man, I got some guys who are paying maybe 200 a month for him and his wife because they're healthy, and they get teeth covered, they get eyes covered, they get full coverage, right? They got a, I think it's $2,500 deductible, which means they have to pay $2,500 either for the hospital bills, and then the rest is covered by the insurance. It's like that's the best plan you'd ever get, but they only get it because they're healthy and they still pay a very low amount. And so, if you're a healthy young person, talk to an advisor, and
Yeah.
I still have some friends in the office. I can put you guys on them as well. Talk to an advisor. Get health insurance now, because once you get sick and you've already got health insurance from when you were healthy, you still pay the same amount even after you're sick. But if you get sick now and you decide to get health insurance, it's gonna be a lot more expensive, like 300-400 more expensive because you're already sick. So that's why it's very important to get it when you're healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very important. We definitely put that into our heads, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Then especially getting health insurance for your kids and all that.
yeah. Everybody, the whole family,
Yeah,
man.
the whole family. Yeah.
Cover them all. Worst thing would be your kid, man. If imagine your kid end up having a chronic disease and they have no coverage, and now you got to pay how much money to
Yeah.
cover them. Since they're still a kid, you're gonna have to pay that much money until they're 25. Like you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So get it now. Get it now.
Yeah. Very important, man. So important.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
yeah, man, that's something to like, you educating us.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. It makes me feel like I'm a little smart, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But like I say, we didn't know nothing about this. We heard family members talk about it, but they really teach us about it. So,
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, one of the things I can say is just empower you guys, not empower you guys to to uh to go get health insurance, but empower you guys to just go out there and learn new things. Because when I came to America in 2018, I wasn't even able to speak English.
oh, really?
Yeah, so I only spoke French. But I just sat down and said, "Hey, man, if a human was able to build uh, the Staples Center Stadium because of their mind." Man, me learning English ain't gonna be no problem because I have a mind too, right? And so I just started learning English. After that, I was like, well, it's because I was also in high school, so I had to learn English a lot more faster. But after that, I was like, yeah, I can learn more things and more things and more things. And so I just learned it. And then if there's something important that I don't know, I just sit down and learn it. You know what I'm saying? You don't take much by like 6 hours max. You understand something to its core. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. I didn't know that.
And with AI, it's a lot easier, bro. You can tell AI, "Hey AI, explain to me how the insurance business work like I'm a 5-year-old." He's gonna explain to you. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. Learning things has gotten very easy.
So yeah, man, I didn't know that you could not talk English at first.
Yeah, I couldn't. French and my native language were the only languages I spoke
Hmm.
at the time.
So you've been in America since 2018.
Yes, sir. 2018.
Yeah, you
It was
was in.
the end of the 2018.
So you came from Africa?
Yep, came from Rwanda.
No.
Yeah,
So how it is down there? I never been down there before. So
man, it's great. The weather is amazing. Coolest it gets probably like a good 60 degrees. Probably that's the coldest we'd ever get. Then the hottest it'll get is maybe like a good 98 max. So it's great, man. And there's a lot of poverty, and also what I'm saying, if you came from a family that's established, you live good. I'm not gonna lie. I came from a family that was quite established, so I love the life over there. Living in America is a lot harder for me, at least. It's not like
oh,
living in Africa. It's a lot harder for me, man.
so yeah. So are you planning on staying in America for the rest of your life?
Um, I don't know. I don't know if that's a question I could answer right now. I think. Uh, Yeah, if I have the opportunity to, I'm planning on staying here for the rest for at least till I'm 60.
Uh,
If not, then I'm going back to Africa. And yeah,
no, don't let me come busy. We be on friendship, bro.
man, I think y'all should come visit. Everybody should come visit Africa. It's the coolest place that nobody talks about.
See, yeah, man, I definitely got the car. I don't know that airplane ride though. I
Hey, if you don't like airplane ride, maybe I should say don't come because I think I sat 14 hours in the plane.
Oh Jesus, Lord Jesus, I don't know. What about have you been to Nigeria before?
Nah, never, never. I only been in East African countries like
Oh,
Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. Never been to Nigeria.
yeah, I would love to go to Nigeria though.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Everybody talks about it. Never been though.
Should get some of that delicious old food out there.
You say what?
Get some of that, eat some of that delicious old Jamaica food.
Eh, You ever been? Okay, have you ever been outside the country?
No,
Okay, that's definitely outside. Put it on the bucket list, man.
Yeah, I would definitely. I'm planning on doing that hopefully next year.
Mm.
Lord's will.
Yeah, that's a great thing to do, man. If it's with a church, whatever it is, just visit the country, outside countries, man. You get a great understanding of life, a better understanding of life. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because we get caught up in America so much. We like America is the best country. It is the best country.
America, in my opinion, America is the best country. Yeah,
It's a lot of opportunities out here.
yeah, yeah. That's why I said if it was up to me, man, I'll still be here. I'll stay here for the rest of my life.
Yeah, man. Of course, so you go to UT Tyler?
Yep, I go to UT Tyler,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
what's your major?
I'm doing construction management, and then I am also taking a minor in finance.
Okay, man. So UT Tyler and UTA, I think they owned by the same. I think that's UTA sister college.
Yeah. Oh, you told me you went to UTA, right?
Yes.
Cool, cool, cool. Have you ever visited UT Tyler?
No,
Okay. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
really
but I think the last time was there in the Tyler was back in 2019.
okay. Yeah, that's a while back, man. Tyler done grew a little.
Yeah. But I would definitely come visit so I can hang out with y'all sometime.
Yeah, man, that'll be great. That'll be great.
Yeah, man. But it depends on how. I think it's like 2 hours away from. Yeah,
Yeah, you say you live in Fort Worth, right?
yeah. I stay in Fort Worth.
I got you. There's a girl I used to date who lived in Fort Worth. That's crazy.
No, really, what happened between y'all? Look, let me cut it. No, Sean. This is not the. No, no, Sean. No.
Yeah. Nah, it was just high school. It was a high school thing. It
Oh,
was
it
back
was a high school thing.
high school, high school crush. That's all.
Oh, high school crushes. Oh, well, yeah, I had not dated somebody. The last time I dated somebody was back in 2010.
2018.
Yeah, 2010.
Oh, 2010.
Yeah.
How old was I in 2010? Man, I was 8 years old.
Oh,
2010.
you was 8 years old, man. I forgot you are oh 04 head.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Let me ask you this: are you still looking into dating, or is that something that's over?
Yes, I'm definitely looking into dating. I'm also looking into getting married too.
Yeah,
Cause
that's
I'm not in my 20s no more. I'm in my 30s, my early 30s. And I thought right now that I was going to be married right now, but I guess that was not the plan, you know. So
yeah,
I'm waiting on God so He can bring me the right one.
right. That's good, man.
Cause I don't want no. It be some females be in my DMs and all that, and then they be talking nasty, and what I do is block them.
They don't play around, man.
No, why would I want to have? I never had sex before, so
That's good, man. What the Bible say?
huh?
What the Bible say about that?
You look, you know what I'm saying? That's one that had sex before marriage.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, then you don't want to be tied with just anybody. It's soul time.
Yeah. Well, even that's very true, and I think that man, the whole sex thing it pushes you to see a human as a tool or an object. It's like it's sad. We hold the whole pornography industry, right? It's just
Oh yeah.
it's
So
very
I
sad.
know this a health episode. We keep on talking about other things,
Just
but
getting
do
caught up.
you think that they should ban porn?
They should ban it.
Yes.
I think if you were to ban porn, obviously you're taking away, I guess, somehow you're taking away free speech. But I do think that the harm it's causing is worth being banned because there's kids out here who are, first of all, being judged by older grown men who are saying, if you watch porn, you're a little boy, nah, 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 nah. It's like, yeah, the kid understands that, but he's addicted. That's the first thing. Like, it's not that easy, right? And so, yeah, definitely, it's hurting kids, and it's also hurting the women. I mean, think about a woman who thinks that she's gonna do porn because of how great the money is, and then at 30, maybe 40 years old, she doesn't look as physically attractive anymore, and she wonders why nobody's contacting her. She wonders why she's all alone. She has no kids, no husband, right?
Mm.
Like, well,
Yeah.
you done set yourself for a bad path. Everybody know the
Oh
path.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Why would I want to marry a woman who's all up online,
Yeah,
right?
online. I be so I be like, you let all these men take advantage of you over money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that it does way more harm. And the thing is, the girl is not considering it. She doesn't realize that when she's 45, she ain't gonna look as good. She's just living in the moment. It's like you
Hmm.
have to plan for the future. And nobody's teaching them this. And obviously, you have the responsibility to look into this yourself. But I think porn is doing way more harm than good. And if I definitely I'd prefer it to be banned. You know what I'm saying? If it's taking away free speech, that's justified in that case.
Yeah, because I think they been in here in Texas, but in order for you to like lie, you got to verify your what's that your ID,
Mm, got
and
it.
I
Yeah,
think they should do that everywhere,
yeah, yeah.
or blend it all together. Just
At least keep the kids away from it. No, because
yeah,
that's terrible, man. Like I think it's sad. When I'd be heartbroken if I found out my son was struggling with it. It's just
yeah.
terrible.
Because they make them because these dudes, and I know that some dudes, they part of the Christian community. Before they gave their life to Christ, they started with that. Oh, why they have a relationship with Christ? They would struggle with that, and then they would struggle with masturbating and all that.
Yeah, yeah, it's a real problem, man. And when it comes to that, man, a Christian who's struggling with that, or a follower of Christ, a kingdom man who's struggling with that. First thing I'll tell them is, first of all, I know you're dealing with guilt. You're feeling like you're not worthy of even praying. The first thing I'll tell you is, well, that's a lie. Don't believe that lie. Okay. Reason why your kingdom man is not because of how good you are, but because Christ died for you.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing I'll tell you is Paul was struggling with a certain sin. We don't know exactly what it is, but he called it the thorn in his flesh. He prayed 3 times that God may remove that thorn. But guess what? God said, Paul, my grace is sufficient. Okay? He didn't just remove it, he said, my grace is sufficient. And so I was like, well, God, so are you saying that Paul should just keep going and sinning because your grace is sufficient? But I looked at the context. I was like, well, what was Paul doing? Paul was on a crazy mission. He was out there creating Bible believer people, right? He was
Yeah,
creating churches and guiding churches. So he was on a mission, on a purpose. So God was saying, my grace is sufficient. In other words, he's saying, I know you're struggling with this sin, but don't let that distract you from the mission that you were made for.
yeah,
Keep going. And my grace is sufficient. It's covering you for the sins that you keep falling for. You know? And so
yeah.
that's how people like you're dealing with porn and it's making you feel bad. But who are you serving? Because the Bible says the greatest among you is a servant. I know that when you're dealing with porn, it's making you feel ungreat and you want to feel great. But the way for you to feel great, regardless of the struggle we have with porn, serve people, right? Wake up every day and say, I'm going to impact the world today. It doesn't have to be in the church, right? I'm a personal trainer to somebody for completely free, right? Why? I'm doing it for free, not because I don't want to get the money, because I know he
Oh,
can't afford.
so you a personal trainer?
It's just like I don't have a license or anything. It's just a guy who was struggling with drugs, and I said, "Let's go in the gym. Let's start working out." And I just been
Oh,
guiding.
so you go to the so you because I thought I'd be seeing you like post be your content you be in the gym working out.
No, I don't post content like that, but yeah, I do go to the gym. Yeah,
No, I ain't no shoe. You go to the gym, then I do. I need to start going. The
yeah.
doctor, he like, you need to like lose that weight. Okay.
I well, let me ask you this: um, what do you think is the hardest thing with losing weight?
Oh, I would say the food. We get so caught up. The food be so good, we be wanting more and more of it.
Yeah, would you say the food plus the amount of workout you have to do combined?
Oh yeah.
Because so let me tell you this, and that's why I helped that guy as well. A lot of people think that to lose weight, I have to get on that stairmaster for 45 minutes. I have to run 2 miles every day. You don't need to do any of that. You need to work. You need to walk 10,000 steps every day. You need to lift weights, and then you need to stay on a calorie deficit, and you will lose weight in a 2 to 3 months span.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think losing weight is a lot easier than what people make it seem online, right? Because if you stay under your calorie deficit, the first 3 days are gonna be hard, but on the fourth day, your body's gonna be used to that food, the amount of food, right? And so you're not even gonna be dealing with wanting to eat more. You're full already,
Yeah.
and so yeah, it's not as hard. And one of the things I want to do on the side is just offer personal training once I get a license for that and to show people that yo, you can lose weight in 2 months without having to run a mile every day. You don't have to do that. You can just walk.
Yeah, yeah. My doctor, he got on me. And I'm just like, yeah, I need to cut back because this week I had got some Popeye chicken. So I ate that, they messed up my throat, like acid
Oh,
reflux.
yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's the worst thing. The reflex is terrible, man. You feel like everything here is burning up.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? I hope I don't have that esophagus cancer. I was like, what's going on?
Now, well, let me help you. Let me offer you this. Um, After the call, you just text me your height, your weight. I'll give you the perfect meal plan for you, and I'll give you the workout for you.
Really, bro. See, bro.
Yeah.
Do you, okay, you train people, bro. Do
Yeah.
you, I bet you be pushing them in the gym like my friend do. He push his clients in the gym. He be like, come on, do that. Come on, whoop. Come on now. And
That
they
see
be,
that's the thing though. You don't need to do see what we do is 2 sets of each workout. We don't go all the way up to 17 reps. You say go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, you put it down, do it again. But when you do 5, I'm gonna make sure you go heavy. We're not doing lightweight. We're going sort of heavy, right? Because we want to grow the muscle. And it's not. I don't tell people, come on, let's keep running. Let's keep. You don't need none of that. Like if you make sure if you eat right, you don't need none of that. All you need is to lift and to walk 10,000 steps. You can work 10,000 steps in 30 minutes, right? You eat right, walk right, and lift right. You'll be all right. So I don't push him at all. We be having conversation. We talk about whatever. It's only one guy that I'm really training, so we talk about whatever we want to talk about. And so yeah, it's not really hard. It's not as hard as people make it seem. Not at all. And my brother used to struggle with weight, and he's the one who lost it. And I just asked him, "How did you do it?" And he just put me on, and so that's what I've been teaching that guy.
So
I've
yeah.
always struggled with being skinny. So for me, it was the opposite. For me, it was I was trying to gain weight, and I'm still trying to.
Um.
Yeah. Oops.
So yeah. And you, what do you eat though? Like,
My meal plan.
yeah.
So I wake up in the morning and I eat oatmeal. I eat oats, milk, a banana, and peanut butter. I mix it all together. Sometimes I'll add the protein powder in it, and then I'll go workout. Come back from my workout, and then I'll eat 4 eggs, and then I won't eat until lunchtime. Lunchtime I eat chicken. Right now I'm trying to gain weight, so I'm eating chicken thighs. So I eat chicken thighs, rice, and beans, and then for
Mhm.
dinner I eat sweet potatoes, chicken thigh with beef, and beans. That's pretty much it. And then I'll take a Greek yogurt in the middle if I'm feeling hungry.
So you don't eat that fast foods, the McDonald's and Popeye chicken.
Like it's good food, but obviously for your health is not as good. And then even more than that, it's just a lot of money as well. And like I just don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, man. I definitely gonna start eating that Popeye chicken for a while. I
Yeah,
tell you, I'm like, why does my throat feel like I feel like I got a bone stuck in my throat?
yeah, yeah. Well, let me tell you this. Why do you think it's important for you to work out? Let me ask you this. Yeah,
Why it's very important? Because it's good for your health.
there you go. Now you know people who have arthritis today, right? Or dementia or anything like that, any of these diseases, they never thought I'm gonna get it when I get old. Never thought that, right?
Hmm.
So as a result, they just ate what they wanted, right? Like you
Yeah,
eat a lot of inflammatory food, like that KFC, like I mean the Popeyes is high in inflammation for your body.
yeah,
And so as you grow older, getting your 55, you start having arthritis, your joints are hurting, right? And it's like, dang, I mean, I never thought I would have it. It's like, well, your lifestyle pointed you to the fact that you would have it. And so I tell people, like, look at those people who are struggling today and see what they did and avoid that so you don't have to struggle like them, right? Well, you definitely don't want to get arthritis. You don't want to get dementia when you get old. You want to be 95 and still be able to play with your grandkids, right? You want to be
yeah,
able. You want to be 55 and still be able to drive a car with no problem, with no joints problem, right? And so that's why I tell people like every morning when you don't feel like working out, or every time when you want to buy that KFC, it's like your third time for the week. You got to ask yourself like, do I really want to grow old and have arthritis? Do I really want to grow old and do this? So you have to reinforce the why, and once you have such a strong why, the how is easy. The how feels easy, or you make the how happen regardless, right? So you always gotta have such a strong why. That's why, for example, if someone has to pay the bills by the end of the month, it doesn't matter if they're employed or not. They're gonna figure out a way to pay the bills because they already know the why. If I don't pay these bills, I'm out of my apartment, right? They already know the why. It's so strong. They always figure out the how. So if you build up your why you need to work out every single day, you build it up every single day. You wake up like, why is it important for my body to be in shape? Well, I get my confidence back. I avoid any sickness that I can have in the future. I get my competence. I prove to myself that I can accomplish things, and now I become more confident. I go take on more things, right? And so you build that strong why every single day. You're always gonna figure out the how. Every single day when you remind yourself those three things, why working out is important, you realize like I gotta go work out. You get excited about working out, right? And so that's how I tell people: don't worry about the how because it's gonna scare you. Build up the why, and the how is gonna feel easy.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mom, I'm praying to God that I would definitely, my eating habits, of course. change my eating habits, and then work out every day. Well, now I would not say probably every other day,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
long as I'm like moving around and all that, because my problem is, not working all that.
yeah, yeah. If you move around and you make sure you stay under your calorie deficit, you will lose weight. I promise you that.
Yeah, because when I was in school, I was moving around a whole lot.
Yeah,
And I
Mm,
lost weight. But when I'm like not in school no more, I be at home,
yeah, yeah.
and
And
be
I
in the
mean,
bed.
yeah, and how I'm gonna be very honest with you here because that's the thing. I like to tell people the truth so they can improve, right? Based on what I'm looking at, based on how I'm looking at you, bro, you're still okay. You could get back to I guess what we call in shape body in maybe less than 6 months. I really do believe in less than 6 months. You're not too far off where my brother was.
Mm.
He recovered. I mean, not recover. I'm not trying to say that like you're sick, but he lost a lot of weight. And by I think in 2 months he was like people will say, "Oh yeah, this is an in shape guy." But you gotta make sure you stay consistent with the food. You just lift right and eat right, and then walk right. You walk. What I'm saying 10,000 steps a day. You'll get there. It's not as hard as people make it seem. It really is. The only thing you just gotta. The hardest part will probably be lifting because you're gonna have to learn how to lift. You can't just go in there and start lifting. Like you gotta know the form.
But
Yeah,
somebody had to really be with you when you lift those
yeah.
things.
Well, not necessarily, man. Cause
Well, how you? Well, if somebody, they can be like, what I'm trying to say, like they can like be your hand. Their hands can be like at the top,
yeah, help you
so
out.
it won't fall on you.
Nah, nah. You can start light and then start going up, and you don't even need me to teach you the form because everything I know about working out I learned on YouTube. So I
Mm.
probably send you the same links. It shows you step by step. You'll be fine. The hardest part is just obviously when you go in the gym, you feel like everybody's watching you, and people get embarrassed. Like, oh, I don't want to seem like I don't know what's going on. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. Like it's just like you just do your thing. Just suck until you're good. You know what I'm saying? You'll be alright.
I know people that like to work out. They like to show be shirtless online.
Yeah.
Post their picture like, "Hey, this is me." I'm like, no, I don't do that. So,
Yeah. Look at
like,
that. It's the hey, look at me. And to be honest, man, it's like, okay, well, you look great, you're in shape. I guess you deserve to show it off. You know what I'm saying? You do. We all know that you want approval. You got your approval, man. You look great. That's why I tell them on the comments. I comments like, "Hey, man, you got your approval. You look great. Here, that's what you want to hear, man."
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
one.
feel, I just feel like I'm like y'all people just be out here just doing video, posting pictures of them shirtless and all that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, y'all, come on now. That's
Yeah.
unnecessary.
For the compliments, man. For the
Yeah,
compliments.
for the compliments, and
I do
then they
tell
had each other girlfriends.
yeah, nah. But I just do tell people it don't hurt to give a compliment. So when I see a person that has his shirt off, I just tell them, like, hey, man, you look good. And move on.
I was like, I just get through. And I was having a conversation with somebody. Do they think it's a good idea for a pastor or anybody that's bringing God's word on TikTok or any social media platform with their shirt off?
Oh, no. Like, no. Like, I tell people, I mean, the question you would ask is why? Why in the world would you do that? Have you seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I've seen a couple people. I seen a pastor with his shirt off.
Wow. Well,
And
first,
he was playing, him and his wife was playing.
question would then be, what are you teaching? Like, I don't see any teaching you could pull from the Bible that requires you to take your shirt off. It's like, We here for
Yeah,
the.
he was this pastor. He was at home and all that, and he was comfortable and all that.
Oh, he was
Like I'm
upset.
like, why would you have? I'm just trying to see what's the purpose of having your shirt out because we supposed to be protecting our sisters' eyes.
He said he was. You say he was at home.
Yeah, he was at home and he filmed a video with his shirt out bringing the word a plane.
Okay, now that's challenging because I mean, if he's in the comfort of his own home, I can't say nothing, right? But obviously, posting that online, I don't. I really don't think that's the right
Yeah,
place.
I was just saying that it's not a good idea if you gonna post content here like that. I don't think it's a good idea to be filming with your shirt off,
Yeah,
especially being a preacher and all that.
definitely not. In my opinion, it also not be a good idea. But you know what I'm saying. I guess it really is. The thing with that is, what was the real intention behind this post, and we really never know the real intention. So that's why I always say that ain't none of my business. Y'all keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, if a preacher or somebody do, I'm like, I'm gonna skip over the video
You just say that ain't my business.
because, huh?
You just tell it straight up. If it ain't my business, I'm going straight to the next video.
Yeah, next video because I'm not gonna sit here and watch preacher with their shirt off or a Christian man with their shirt off. You know, if we can tell the sisters that they can't dress anyway or have they, they out. The men's need to do the same thing. That's like with these pool parties. And I brought this up a couple of times on the podcast. There was a campus minister. They had like a pool party so everybody was attacking them on the internet because the brothers decided not to be shirtless at the pool party.
Oh, I think I've seen that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Like, that's what the people do, though. Like, if you don't do what everybody else is doing, they call you weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
So
so,
they were saying that they wanted to protect their sister's eyes.
mhm.
They hearts, they don't want their sister be, if they see them with their shirt off, the sisters would be tempted. They probably say, oh, come here, come.
Hey, let me tell you something. You gotta have great confidence when you say that, to be honest. Because imagine the sister say, boy, you ain't gonna do nothing to me. You take that little shirt off. I don't care. Like, I'll be like, damn, you didn't have to say that. Like, you know? So
Yeah.
you gotta be, maybe you gotta have a good looking six packs and a chest to say that if you take it off, a girl gonna be tempted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, they don't be temperate. They be like, oh, okay. Then the sisters, they didn't even wear bathing suits. They just wear ready. They wear for those brothers to be looking at them and all that.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
But it's shocking. I don't know, man. But it's good that they did it like that. A lot of people, they attacked them online. They were like, why would you have your shirt off? I mean, why would you have your shirt on in the pool? Don't your shirt will get wet? Well,
Well, people are just online. I mean, like, what do you care? Who? It's not hurting nobody. Like, what do you care what I do? You know what I'm saying? That's why online I never post like, oh, I'm at the gym. Well, check this out. I only post content like real information content. I don't post my life because everybody got an opinion about my life. Like, they pay my bill. Like, who are you to tell me what's right and what's not right? Like, dude, I remember my brother posted a fit, and they say, why would you wear those shoes with those pants? And he was really down about it. I was like, bro, you don't even know this guy. How you gonna let this guy make you tell you what to wear? You don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody online got their opinion, but you gotta realize your opinion is not that valuable.
oh yeah. Man, I got so much backflash on this podcast for saying stuff. Man, I had people screwing my guests. They be saying stuff, not be saying stuff, but they be getting their opinion on stuff when I had asked them about what do they think of this and that.
Hmm.
And then, of course, viewers that watch this podcast, they comment online or send me emails saying, we didn't like what your guest say. They better watch out or we gonna come out to them. Like, y'all need to stop.
It's ridiculous, man. Like you're not the center of the universe. If you don't like it, scroll away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like on the Bro Talk episode, we was talking about relationships and we was talking about college, 40-year-olds, 40-year-olds or 50-year-old or whoever older people should have they stuck together. If they was to go to college, they should have a major
Hmm.
by now. They should not be all over the place like young people are.
Well, I like when you say all over the place. Are you talking about like no, not a home, not a?
I'm saying if they had kids or if they keep on changing their majors and all that
Oh,
and
okay.
keep on flunking college and all that like young people do.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're telling me pretty much a 50-year-old in college, like you shouldn't
Yeah,
have.
40 or 50-year-old college should have they stuff together. But this is what my friend that was on the podcast say, that
Yeah,
they should have they stuff together.
yeah. Well, we can never really say they should. I'm gonna be very real. I disagree with that because yeah, from your perspective they should. But what if that guy went through a car accident, or what if they went through this and this and this that prevented them from being where they should be today? So we never know what a person's going through, right? And so, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're able to go to college with no problem, nothing. But what if that guy was in the military and then he just got back? Right? So that's why I say we should always remove the word should from the dictionary. Like I would rather remove the word should because according to who, should according to what, you know?
But yeah, that was his intake on it. That they should have they, I don't know, had they stuff together.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
should not be playing around, funk every class and all that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then next thing you know, they be a greeter at Walmart.
Now, if you're in college at 50 years old because you're failing, okay, maybe that's a little weird. Like, okay, man, by 50-year-old you're still failing. Maybe you should. Okay, I'm gonna use the word should. Okay, let me use a different word. Maybe we gotta consider some other options because college is obviously not working out for you, right? So yeah, if you're 50 years old in college and you're constantly failing, okay, perhaps let's look at some other options.
Yeah. So he was saying, yeah, you should be settling down, You should not be like a young person, be don't study and all that. You going to all these parties, especially and then being part of fraternity and so on.
Okay, yeah, yeah. No, low-key, that is kind of. Nah, now I understand what y'all mean. Okay, I thought you guys meant like a 50-year-old should have graduated college already, no matter what happens. But
No, no, Now this is my friends and take home.
yeah, yeah. Now, if you're
Yeah.
if you're 50-year-old and you're acting like a college student, hey, I think there's a little bit of
No.
maturity
It
lacking.
don't yeah, it don't know how long. I don't care how long it would take you to
Yeah,
get your degree. Cause you can get your degree at an older age.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
but what my friend was saying is, that they 40 or 50-year-olds or you older, you should like settle down and you should not be acting like like these young college students, they be playing around in college
yeah, you
and
should
don't
stop
take
that.
their studies too serious and all that next thing they fail.
And I would recommend even college students to not do that. You know, like man, you want you could party all you want, but that's gonna take a toll on your health. That's number one. And
Hmm.
if all you're doing is just partying in college right now, you literally are aiming for average. You're gonna have to work that for that company, and you're gonna hate it. You're gonna have to be. You can't. You're stuck in the middle class for a long time. I tell people, do it where you're still young. Make sure by the time you're 27, you're a millionaire or whatever. Get the whole financial problem out the way so you can actually leave in the purpose that God actually made you for. I tell people, get the financial challenges. See, one of the things I disagree the most with the church is it's okay to be poor. I don't really agree with that because a lot of people will hear that and they'll say, "Okay, I'm not gonna try because it's okay to be poor." Like the Bible says, we have overwhelming victory. Why are you letting financial? And people say, "Don't be a slave to money," but you know what a slave to money means? It means money makes all your decisions for you, right? That's what a master does, right?
Hmm.
No, but let's say I'm after that bag, like I become a millionaire. And then there's okay, I'm a millionaire, and then Joseph is not a millionaire. He's got to go to work. Now, let's say we have a mission trip to Egypt. Okay, because I'm a millionaire, I'll be like, yeah, I'm ready to go, man. I can pay for it. I don't got to go to work next day. But John, because of the money situation, he works a job. He literally has to make decision based on the money he has. So literally, money is mastering him. It's not that he wants money to master him. He has no choice because money is mastering him, and
Yeah,
so he has to make a decision based on his financial status. And so that's why I tell people: figure out the whole money challenge and get it out the way. Become a millionaire by 27, so you don't have to be dependent on someone's schedule to make your money, right?
yeah,
So that's why I'm so full. I don't go to parties. I'm not trying to say that to be, oh, I'm all righteous and all that. It's not even that. I really want to be able to be a millionaire in the next 3 years. And then
yeah,
after that, I'm not limited to, oh, I can't go because I got work. Oh, I can't go serve these people because I got work. Man, work. Like I make money when I go to sleep, so I can wake up and go to Africa and help these guys set up that water system that they've been trying to set up. Right? I can wake up and say, let's go to LA and help the people in the hood, get them out the hood and put them in clean apartments. Right? But you gotta get the whole money problem out the way. Just get it out the way. Overcome the world. Bible says we're more than conquerors. Like
yeah,
overcome it, destroy it. That way you're not limited by the money you have. That's what I tell people.
yeah,
That's my biggest advice. Don't let money limit you. Destroy it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, me, I used to love to go to parties, but I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
my type of lifestyle no more.
Yeah. How else would you understand that it's not good? That's what I tell people. Okay. I don't tell a young college kid to not go to party. I'll tell him go to party and figure it out. You're probably gonna hate it at some point. Then just quit.
Well,
Like
I would definitely tell, like, yeah, I definitely don't work for minute
yeah.
because it can lead into something bad. I would say that.
Going to a party?
Yeah, well, we need wild parties, especially if they have a lot of drinking and smoking and
Yeah.
all that going on. I
Well,
definitely no way.
yeah, that's true. Well, let me ask you a question. And you could be honest with me here. Did your parents tell you to not go to parties when you were younger?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They did tell.
Okay, but you
Especially them being up in the church.
yeah, but you
They
still went.
really did. I really, at a young age, I really did go to parties.
Yeah, I did too. Like college freshman year, that was 2 years ago. I went to parties too, man. I was hosting parties. I
Uh,
became a graphic designer because of parties. And that's one of my main income now, graphic design, but it's a whole different thing, right?
see, bro, look at.
But let me tell you this though. Let me tell you this. It doesn't matter whether I tell you to go or not. If you want to go, you will still go, right? That's why I say I wouldn't tell a young college kid to not go to
Well,
parties because they're still gonna go. Just like your parents told you not to go, you still went. But what I would tell them,
yeah, I didn't really go. They told me why the reason why.
mm,
Me, I'm gonna give my kids the real. I would give them the real.
yeah.
If
But
they stay under my roof and all that, yeah, I'm gonna tell them no. So,
well, you know what I would tell my kids, which is what people are probably gonna think I'm crazy. I would tell them I wouldn't advise you to go. Go ahead. If you want to go, go.
Oh,
Why?
I would not, but I'd be like, you ain't going.
Well, let me explain my point. He's gonna go.
Yeah, but they,
The problem is they're gonna go. They're gonna enjoy it. Probably gonna enjoy it, right?
yeah,
But
but
they might go here. No,
how they gonna go when?
let me
I
finish.
mean, if they stay under your roof, no. Why?
Right, right. But that's the thing. My goal is to not. My goal is not to really get them to not go to parties under my roof. My goal is to make them dislike going to parties for the
Oh
rest of their life,
gosh,
right?
yeah.
And so I'll tell them go, and they'll go there enjoy it. They'll go there enjoy it. But we like just like you. At some point, you start hating going to parties. You realize this is pointless. This is empty. And I want to be the parent that's there for my son when he feels like that. Okay. So if I always tell him no, 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 and the time comes when he feels like that, he knows he's not gonna tell me because he's been hiding it from me. But if I tell him, yeah, go ahead, but I wouldn't advise it.
Uh,
Like I'm telling you, bro. That's how you build. That's how you build. That's how you become a.
well, we do it different though. I'm trying to go the old fashioned like my, I'm doing it different. If I mean no, I mean no or else. Or I will kick you out.
Yeah. The only radical no I'll tell to my kids is you cannot disrespect your siblings and you cannot disrespect your mom. That's the real rad, and you cannot disrespect anybody on campus or fight it.
And exactly though. I mean, when they get older, they can do whatever they want, but as long as they under my roof, they gonna do what I say.
Yeah. Well, but I'll ask you this question then: are you raising your kids just for when they're under your roof, or are you raising them to be, I guess, boss leaders for the rest of their lives?
Yeah, I mean, it depends though.
Now, outside the rest of your life, man, you want to make
Rest
sure.
of my life, but when they get older, I mean, do what they please to do.
Yeah. So your goal is to help them understand what is the good thing to do. That way, when they get older, they can do it. They can do the right
But
shit.
we need to go. We need to be very strict with these kids now because back in the day, our parents we was very strict. I mean, long time ago.
Yeah,
Long time ago, the older generation, their parents was very strict on them.
right. But how well did that work?
Well, it worked pretty good.
It worked pretty good, but see, good is for rookies. We're going for greatness. I want
Yeah,
my.
but we can't, we got to be very strict nowadays.
I
We
don't. I don't.
can't let them do everything. They especially look if they don't want to go to church, make them go to church because it will plant that seed to them when they get older. Don't let them tell you, "Oh, I don't want to go to church because it boy. Oh, yes, you going."
Well. I don't think telling people helps. I think helping them understand what's.
Yeah, but you got to either other way though.
Nah, I
You
get what you're saying.
can't. I don't. You can't know. You can't. They can't be doing what they want to do. They have to do what they say. Be. They
Yeah,
had that tough. It's tough love. I will give it to you. Tough love.
you
You know.
know, I think tough love is saying you go do what you want. I don't support it at all, but you go do what you want, and he's gonna go do it.
No.
Yeah, that I think that's the toughest
why?
love.
Why would we? Because they would. If you give them that permission,
Mhm.
they will go out and do it.
Yeah,
If the answer is no, it's no.
yeah, and if you don't give them the permission, they will still go out and do it. See, that's the
No,
thing.
because trust me, if they try to sneak out of the house, ooh, it's gonna be on.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Of course, they're not gonna do it now, but when they get to college, my parents used to be like that. They used to say,
Oh
"No,
yeah, if they get the car, they do whatever they want to do.
yeah." See, that's the problem,
That
though. That's when they
that's
already
on
start.
them.
Yeah,
But
but
you just had to pray, and ask God to protect your kids while they off to college.
yeah. See, the only thing is, I want to make sure my kids understand why going to a party is not good. That way, when they get to college, they already don't want to go to a party. That's my goal.
But yeah, when they teens and all that, the answer is gonna be no.
Yeah, well, that could be an answer, but I think there are better answers. But I guess that's a personal preference, I'd say.
Yeah, and be like, no, can't go, And if you
Yeah,
don't want to, they be like, I don't want to go to church. And yeah, you gonna go to church.
gotcha,
You
gotcha.
gonna listen to the word of God. That's what you would do
Well,
because that's very important.
when it
And
comes
you
to
would
church,
putting that skill, putting that into them when they get old because they will realize that.
so let me ask you this: is
But
going
me, huh?
is going to church the only way you can plant that seed?
No, not really, but introduce the word to them.
How about I don't know, having a Bible study every night before going to bed? I think that would
Yeah,
plant.
that would definitely work, but
Yeah.
also take them to church too.
Okay, let me ask you this: why do you think kids don't like to go to church?
Because they in their mind they think that it's boring that the preacher, is boring to be, sitting up in church. But
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, it's boring, right? That's why for me I used to hate it because it was boring and it was long, right?
don't have no choice. I mean, it's they can go to church or be with the youth, long stay up in church.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing I'll tell him like you have to go to church is if I want them to build friendship with the youth group. But when it comes to the sermon and the pastor, I believe I'd be the leader of my household, and I believe every single day we'd have a Bible study to such a level that you want you personally want to learn more about the Bible. And so, because the Bible is a book of life, it's not a book of religion, right? So it's like I teach you how to deal with life using the Bible. And from there, the kid wants to actively go to church. I don't have to force him. It's kind of like he wants.
Well, train them up. Train those kids up. Shoot. Make them go to church. If they can go everything else like Walmart or McDonald's or all that, yeah, make them go.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Shoot, at least they gone to the right place. Long as the church is teaching the right thing. That's the thing. Cause really all these churches is not teaching the right thing. More beta
Yeah, yeah,
church false teaching. And then most of these black churches, of course, they teaching this social justice. I'm like, I don't want to be hearing all that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Why would you want to have to navigate through the perfect church to make sure my kid, like for me, I'll say have an understanding of the Bible before you go to church, because you can also, as a kid, as a 15-year-old, you could be able to navigate a good church for you as well. I want people to understand that your relationship with God is not through your church; it's through the Bible, right? And so
Yeah, but the
spend more time.
thing is,
Yeah,
it's also important for them to be around other believers too.
perfect. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I tell people spend more time with the Bible than you do with church, right? And then, yeah, that's why I was saying I'll tell my kids that they have to go to church if I want them to be around the youth group, right? Because they can be in that environment. They have friends.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
they
so,
can also hold them accountable too.
camp.
Accountable.
You say a Canva?
They can also hold them accountable too.
Oh, yeah, accountable. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, and then they can meet friends who have the same morals and grow
yeah,
together. Yeah, that's one of my biggest dream is have kids who grew up with kids who act the
yeah.
same.
Because I don't want them to get to that mind. That's why the other thing at home, it do starts at home, Lord Jesus.
Yeah,
That we
and
got to be among them what they watch and what they listen to.
it doesn't. I don't even think it starts at home anymore. It starts from that phone.
Real, it do starts at home though.
Not anymore. It starts from that phone because your parent can be as strict as you want. If you have
But
access,
it had to do stars at home though. The parents is really the responsible. They
Oh
the ones act like, they the ones reason why their kids act like that because of them.
yeah, yeah. You parents have a very big thing to do, but the phone also does. I think both of them play a part.
Yeah, but the phone it do it, but at the same time the parent it though.
Yeah, the parent is definitely the way I act is the way a big portion of my act today is a result of how I was raised. Definitely, my parents raised me. I'd say they raised me quite well. But there's some things that they don't agree with, like me having earrings. My parents hate that, right? And why did I get earrings? I said everybody had earrings at the party I was going to. I'm gonna get earrings too, right? But I don't until today. I don't mind having earrings at all. But I do think that a big part of my behavior is also from what I learned on my phone, the people I was following, and all these things. And so it's like, yeah, your home has a very big impact on who you become, but your phone also does nowadays because people can. I literally see people act or speak like social media influencers because they just watch their content over and over and over and over and over.
But the parents also need to learn how to raise this generation. Parents need to also learn how to raise their kids. They can't let their kids be gone all over them,
Yeah,
disrespecting them. And then they get to school. I used to be a substitute teacher. And those kids was very disrespectful. I got to the point that I did not want to do that no more.
yeah, yeah,
And I feel these teachers because they repeat the stuff that go on at home.
yeah. No, that's very true. And a lot of parents, I believe, are not qualified to be parents today. that's just, that's just the truth.
Really.
Yeah, like imagine that. I'm not trying to peek and choose, but a lot of people behave like Sexy Red, for example. Now imagine Sexy
Oh,
Red.
she is so disgusting. Oh, I can't.
Well, let's not say that, but imagine Sexy
Yes,
Red.
she is disgusting. I don't, that,
Her
I mean,
behavior.
people, I don't know, it's like the black community look up to her so much. I'm just like, me, And
Yeah,
then we want to bring people like Donald Trump and all that. Like Donald Trump is responsible. I'm like, y'all get on with it.
yeah. It's just the whole victim mentality is what
Yeah,
it is.
just like y'all bring everything on every white person, like they responsible. Just like, come on now,
Yeah, and
y'all need, huh?
perhaps they are somewhat responsible. But if we're being honest, we
For
look at
what you?
yeah.
I
No,
mean, but
you look
we can, we can be racist too. I'm just gonna put it out there. No.
absolutely, absolutely. But when it comes to systematically, yeah, you can say the white person, the white man has something to do with our problems. But that's pointless. You think you look at Frederick Douglass and all these people who grew up in slavery who were still successful, and then you grew up in an era today where you can go to school, yet you get.
Yeah,
How are you complaining if? Why are you complaining if Martin Luther King had to go through that and yet still be successful? Like,
yeah, and
no,
this is the mindset, and this is how we preaching our kids that the black, how preaching that to their kids that they will never be successful or own a business because
that's
of they
terrible.
color of their skin.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible, and that's a lie. Like,
Yeah,
I never believe anything that's any adjective that's negative. I refuse it. When someone said, I remember the other day say, "Yeah, I don't want to do this because I'm dumb." I was like, "Do you realize that God's name is I am? You're saying I am. You're calling God's name and then adding
yeah,
a diminishing adjective after that. I am dumb. Really, you can't say that. Like you have to say, I'm capable. I am capable. I am
yeah,
strong. You're literally saying God and then strong. And you're taking on that identity. So when I wake up in the morning, I say, I am capable. I am strong. I can do this. Right? Why? Because I'm made in God's image.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I tell you, man, it's this different mentality mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
And
like, I used to be like that. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to preach that to my kids.
yeah. And that's
That
why
it's impressed, you will never, you got to work twice as hard, just like,
Yeah.
all that stuff. I don't want to put that in their head.
I don't, because that discourages them, and
Uh,
that's why I was saying let's not call Sexy Red disgusting, because he said something that's
oh,
very important here. He said, "I used to be that way. I don't want to be that way." Well, let's
yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. I don't mean to call her this, but I just feel like she is a disgrace to the black community.
let's not say she is, because she could end up changing. What we could say is,
Yeah, but I would love for a change. You know, I don't dislike her, but I dislike the stuff what she doing
there you
to
go.
the black community. You know.
That's why it's important to say her behavior is disgusting instead of disgusting.
but yeah, I would yeah, this is because I'm just like, okay, why you wanna preach that now you having a young girl talking about she wanna get pregnant because of you.
Yeah,
That does not make no sense. This is why I don't mean, ooh Jesus. It's
yeah,
like some people in the black community I stay away from.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't because you know it just the mindset like, oh, when are we gonna change? When are we gonna stop bringing what happened long time ago? Like if our ancestors can overcome, we can overcome too. We can move forward though. We don't have to
Exactly.
repeat the same thing. Like I'm looking at these shows, like these reality shows and power and all that.
And then you also very important what you say. If our ancestor can overcome, we can also overcome, right?
Yeah.
And what did they overcome? It's 20 times harder than what we're going through today.
Mm-hmm.
So like when our ancestor looking back, they probably will be like, "Man, I wish I grew up in that era instead." Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just like we keep on, it just, that's why I don't like these black organizations, whatever they call NSSP, whatever, NAASP, whatever it calls. Because
Yeah.
it just like it's keeping us in boundaries saying that we will never get ahead, that the white man will always be after me. That we should have our own word and all that. All cops is bad.
That's so stupid. Well, if they want to believe that, they can. I know for sure. I'm not staying back there with y'all. I'm going up. You want to come up with me? Let's go.
Yeah,
They can do what they want, right? Like that's what I tell people. Like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead, man. I'm gonna go up.
yeah, all this like we should be and having our own this and that, black this, black schools and BET Black Entertainment. I'm just like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like
Now,
we should be able to get in this word, with different ways, all kinds of people,
yeah, because
regardless what your race is.
yeah, and one of the dumbest thing I've heard is black-owned businesses. Like, really? Like,
But
bro,
they gonna cancel us on this, bro.
hey, let them cancel us. Because what you want me to buy from you because you're black? Like, I don't care whether you're black or not. Is the product good? Like, and I guess it's I understand some of the morals behind it. They're saying, oh yeah, black people came from a harsh time, but let's be honest, the playing field is now equal. Like you
Yeah,
can do business online regardless of your skin color. The computer ain't gonna say, oh, he black. We're not gonna let this business happen. No one
yeah,
cares anymore, right? So the whole black-owned business, maybe back in the '90s, made sense because you had to overcome a lot more problems.
yeah,
But today, it's equal playing fields.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's why I get so serious and passionate about this. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I lost a lot of my black friends, especially in college.
right.
Once when I became, what,
Yeah. Now I
but I
understand.
stay informed, man.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to continue to be in my family. They like my family. They with that mindset. Well, some of my family members,
Mhm.
like they feel like they always blame this and that on the other race. But
Yeah. And that's sad, man, because you blaming people doesn't solve anything. I mean, you
yeah,
just have to. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta do the action required for you to change your situation, regardless of what people say or people do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like this, black versus white thing, and men versus women, all men is bad and all that. Just, we don't need men because men's are dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That whole
then, God, he designed marriage for between a man and a woman. So,
yeah. That whole thing, man. When it comes to those political agendas thing, man, I tell people like, you can spend your time trying to worry about that. I'm gonna be spending my time over here trying to help people grow. Like, bro, people like Dave Shapiro, genius guy. He's wasting his brain energy on whether a man should be a woman or a woman should be a man. On
Jesus.
bro, you ain't got better to do. Like, let's figure out how to use that brain power that you got to something else that
Yeah.
actually the world. But yeah, the whole political issues, the whole all men are bad. If someone comes up to me and tell me that, I literally say, man, get out of my face with that talk. I don't want to hear it, and just move on. I don't
Bro,
want to.
you actually so feminist. A girl, she like, y'all men's a dogs. That's why.
Yeah, you gotta tell her straight up. Well, I don't leave for your opinion, so you can keep your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just move on. Like, what do you think I should care about your opinion? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. So that's how I tell people is like I don't care whether you think I'm a dog or not. I got people who care about me that I care about that I'm serving. So you can
Yeah.
keep your opinion or sell it, give it to the next person. Don't give it to me. I don't care about it.
Yeah, because I'm just like people, they put I tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
They
So it's
just something else, I tell you. That's why I'm just like, I want to have a different mindset. I'm trying to grow my relationship with God.
yeah,
That's the main thing.
yeah. That's
To
it.
worry about things in this world too much. That's why I kind of like cut off on love songs. I don't really listen to love songs like that.
Yeah. The
Cause
Bible.
you be one and you listen to and you be asking God, oh, how come I had nobody?
Yeah, yeah, very true. And even me at my young age, like if I know if I listen to that, I'm gonna feel down, and so I just don't listen to that because obviously I don't have a girl right now. It's not something I'm looking for at all. But but I know if I was to listen to that, I'll be very very sad too. I know that for a fact, and so I just don't listen to that.
Uh, Bro, look at us having a full conversation on the podcast, bro. I hope the viewers don't get mad at us and want to threaten us.
Nah, tell them join the conversation next time. We can have like a four because these are like the best podcasts where you just have a full on conversation. It's like,
Yeah, real talk with Shawn Smith. It's one of the best. It may be new to, but hey.
yep, he gonna be the best.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you for being on this episode.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for inviting me, man, giving me a place to talk. And one last thing before we get off, I want to thank you for creating a platform where people can talk, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, man. So did you watch the couple of the episodes?
Absolutely not. I have not watched a single episode yet. I do have I do have your YouTube channel pulled up here. So I'm gonna watch some of these as I do some graphic design. I usually play a podcast in the background and then do some designs on the other side.
Yeah, man. Definitely, bro. So yeah, what can they find you on social media?
I just recently started a YouTube channel, literally a few days ago. Well, 2 weeks ago is when I dropped my first video, and it's just Aubin. That's Aubin dot the dot RN, and so that's my YouTube channel. And then I do have an Instagram. Let me see my Instagram here. My Instagram is Aubin Aubin dot RW. So that's where all my content is. That's where I post all my content. I again just started recently posting content. I have gotten a few. I've gotten quite some traction, so I like that. That encouraged me to keep posting. So
Oh, okay. So, do you have your YouTube link to your Instagram?
No, I do not, and I think that's one thing that I'm gonna do right now.
Okay, so I can like check it out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love it. I love that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like I say, I really appreciate you for being on this episode. Now,
Thank
getting us some tips on health insurance, even other conversation too that we did not expect talking to. And we did
you.
agree and disagree.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the beauty of it, man. The fact that we can have a conversation, even after disagreeing and agreeing, coming to an end that's peaceful. That's beautiful, man. That's what people need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't need to be like they is on Love and Hip Hop. We all there fighting and cussing. Oh, you say this.
Yeah, like it's corny, man. Like who you trying to impress? Like, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
But okay, then. I know, you know what, I'm going to start doing this on every episode. Will you like to close us out in prayer?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let me do that. Dear God, I want to thank. Oops, sorry about that. Dear God, I want to thank you about. I want to thank you for everything you've given to us, and first and foremost, I want to thank you for the sacrifice that you've made for us, God. I want to thank you for humbling yourself and coming down to earth and getting up on a cross for us, God. I want to thank you for not giving up on the human race. I want to thank you for making us in your likeness because that's the biggest blessing we could ever have. God, I want to thank you for my friend Shawn Smith. God, I want to thank you for the desire you put in his heart to be a light to others. I want to thank you for the great desire that you put in him for creating a platform and for deciding to be great. God, he could be out there partying, he could be out there smoking, he could be out there taking drugs, stealing, killing people, but God, he's choosing to be a man of God. And I want to thank you for putting me in contact with such a great man. God, I want to pray that you may keep inspiring his heart. I want to pray that you may give him the strength to do what he feels as though he needs to do, God. And I want to thank you again. I want to ask you that you may give him the desire to be even greater and even greater. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen, brother. Well, thank y'all for watching this episode. Be sure to catch new episodes every Friday on YouTube and subscribe to Real Talk with Shawn Smith's YouTube channel. That being said, y'all have a fantastic day and see y'all next time, the next episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Bye, and y'all come back now.
Yeah. All right, boss. You take care.
You too.